I don't use that term lightly. I only call somebody a jive turkey when they do jive turkey shit. This is some jive turkey shit. If he has a memo from Marvel to shit on T'Challa on purpose and he's carrying out that order, yeah, you a jive turkey. I bet you wondering how we got in this situation and who's the jive turkey in question. Let's start from the beginning. Last book I'm going to do, Black Panther number 13. And I saved this for a reason. This is the reason I saved this for last.
You said you were gonna, you were gonna.
Yeah, it depends on how it depends on how I feel when I do this. I don't know. This, like I said, this book is almost done. This book is almost wrapped up completely. And like I said, this is Black Panther. He's on the run. Last year, we didn't review the last issue he was on, but anyway, he's got kicked out of the Avengers. So he's out of the Avengers. He's been kicked out of Wakanda, like an arc before, and now he's making an assault on this guy that's supposed to be trying to shut down the internet, who's Wakandan also. So let's just get to it. I think I should just skip to the part that I hate. I hate most of this book, but let's skip to the part that I really hate. Anyway,
I mean, I even dropped this book after a while. I mean,
I did, but I'm trying to see it to the end to see if my hate is worthy of being hated. And yeah, I don't want to just hate on shit. I get it. I'm a masochist for reading this book, but anyway, they're just doing a flashback of when him and the girl and the guy, they all made this pact about how they were gonna never see each other again, and they're gonna be these sleeper agents and all the stuff like that. Even though,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that thing about just this whole thing. So they're saying they never see each other again, even though those two started hooking up and having sex with each other behind T'Challa's back, and he didn't know it. He thought that guy died, but he's not dead. He's back, and he's the one taking over the internet. And he's got this rogue Wakandan agency that's doing it. He's just saying, and I guess T'Challa escaped in the last issue. He knows that T'Challa's going to eventually come back because he's T'Challa. And he already knows he's alone. He didn't have the Wakandan army behind him. He doesn't have the Avengers behind him because they all kicked him out. So he's basically going to try to fight me by himself. And he knows he's going to win if he's coming. But he's hoping he just doesn't fight him. Just let him do his thing. Because basically he achieved world peace, which he always wanted anyway. So T'Challa instead he got all the people he gathered that he's made friends with doing like this run, like the Buffalo Soldier, Gentle, that Toshin dude, Wakanda, that dude that's got vibranium skin or whatever. So all the people are with him, and they're gonna make a rush on them. Meanwhile, while they're on their way, they're formulating a game plan on what to do. They get attacked. Well, the Buffalo Soldier get attacked by Captain Marvel. She blasted the ship. So they got to crash land into the bottom of it, so they're out. They also get attacked by Captain America's shield, just hits them, takes their ship out. So they got to crash. And Shuri gets hit by Thor. So all three ships are done. They're out of there. So they're all about to crash, so brace for impact. So they land, but they got to fight each individual Avenger. So they all step out and Thor's like, oh, y'all ready? Let's go. But we don't see any of that. We just see this. And this is shit that pissed me off. Let's get into it why it pissed me off. Because you got Black Panther and Captain America about to square off each other, and they're basically talking shit to each other the whole time. T'Challa's like, oh, this been building up for a while, Steven. They get ready to go at it. Captain America runs at him. Bam! Smacks the shit out of T'Challa. He tries to fight back. Captain America blocks it. Like, nothing he's doing is working. He's just smacking this shit out of T'Challa. Takes him. They try to get help. He's like, this between me and Cap. Stay back. So that's when Cap grabs T'Challa and just starts beating the shit out of him. Beating the shit out of him. Beating the shit out of him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then knees him in the face, knocks him out, and because basically trying to say that he hadn't recovered from the Buffalo Soldier. He got his ass from there. He's like, so how you expect to take out that dude that's taking out the internet, and you can't even take me? And that dude has a whole army. He's like, I'm going to do what I must. So he tries to stand up again, and he's like, fine, let me whoop your ass again. So right before they go at it, bam, gets stopped by Namor. Namor jumps into it. And he thinking he's better because Namor is also in the Avengers also. He thinking, I got to fight Namor also. But Namor's like, no, I haven't come here to fight you, T'Challa. I've come here to help you. And that's when he turns around and it's the entire Atlantean army is going to help him to fight that dude that's taking over the internet. The end. Now, here's the thing. Here's the problem where I had with this book. Okay. Hold up, before I get there, let me collect my thoughts. Okay. The artwork is badass. I gotta give him credit. The artwork is badass on it. But that being said, I said something nice about this book. Here's the problem I had with this book. Now, I don't mind T'Challa getting beaten. I understand the rule that Stan Lee made is that the winner of any comic book story is whoever the writer wants to be. I get that. My problem is, why is T'Challa getting his ass beat this entire run? He hasn't got to win off anybody. The Buffalo Soldier beat his ass. He got beat by somebody else earlier. The War Dogs. Captain America beat the shit out of him. Now, I don't have a problem with Captain America beat the shit out of him, but in my head canon, like I said, we all have our head canon. I'm thinking Cap and T'Challa about equal. So if you want to have it where they go back and forth and then Namor jumps in and break them up, I'm cool with that. But to just have Captain America just mollywop him and just like wipe the floor with him, no.
Well, it looked like T'Challa just let him too. He wasn't even fighting back.
No. That's the problem. That's the thing. He was trying to fight back. It wasn't like he just sit there and just let him stop him. No, he was trying to fight him. And he was getting his ass kicked. Now, even if he didn't want to fight back, I understand you not want to fight back and you want to do that. But you don't get your ass whooped either. Defend yourself some kind of way. You don't let a dude just beat the shit out of you. I'm sorry. This is not my T'Challa. I'm sorry. The whole run has not been my T'Challa. He's been just weak as fuck. He's been indecisive. He's been getting his ass kicked left and right. What's this guy? John Ridley? This guy? Mm-hmm. I blame him. Everybody want to talk about Tennessee Coast had the worst run in Black Panther. No, it's this guy right here. It's making me wonder about him. Does he have an agenda against Black Panther or T'Challa? I'm starting to wonder about this. They already killed T'Challa in the movies. Are they trying to do a character assassination in the comics? Because he's already been kicked out of the Avengers. He's got 2 issues left before this run is done. So we could just be done with T'Challa and we won't even see him again because he doesn't have his own solo comic. He's not in the other comic. Like, what are we doing here? Like, do they have a memo out to shit on T'Challa like they did with the X-Men and Fantastic Four back when Fox was doing all that bullshit? Are they doing that with T'Challa now? Because it makes me wonder. And if he is doing it, shame on you, John, really. Because it's making me wonder. I mean, it makes me wonder, are you an agent? Are you working for the other side? I mean, it makes me want to call him something I never called a black man before. The shit he's doing. He's a jive turkey. This is some jive turkey shit he's doing right now. Because you're doing all this wild shit, you're doing this, having to get his ass whooped. That's my thing. If you want to have him beat, but not getting his ass whooped, getting his nose bloodied, busted up by Captain America.
You're the
second. That's weird for Captain America even do that.
You're the second person I've heard someone calling someone a turkey now, in a couple of weeks.
Okay, we're trying to bring it back, Eli. We had a press conference. Black people had a conference. So
I watched the movie Wildcats. I don't know if you remember the movie Wildcats with Goldie Hawn and Wesley Snipes, when she's coaching the football team and shit.
In the 80s, yeah.
Yeah, in the 80s. I was watching that, and someone all right, turkeys. I was like, damn, that's an old school turkey.
Now, the thing is, we used to call people jive turkey. Jive turkey was some serious shit. You had to square up right then.
That was an insult.
That was a serious insult.
That was an insult. Call someone a turkey.
Exactly. So now, like I said, I don't use that term lightly. I only call somebody a jive turkey when they do jive turkey shit. This is some jive turkey shit. If he has a memo from Marvel to shit on T'Challa on purpose, and he's carrying out that order, yeah, you a jive turkey. I'm just saying what it is. So that's all I got with this. I'm gonna continue reading this book just to anger myself more, just so when I shit on this book properly, I have the term to do this. But I don't want anybody else to read this shit, pretend like it's done. I don't know what this got to be a mandate from Marvel. I definitely feel like it's a mandate from Marvel. So that's just me.